From making sure that no one takes Aquaman as a joke anymore, to Arthur Curry's total transformation, here's everything you need to know about Aquaman and the Last Kingdom. James Wan did the impossible back in 2018 and brought the King of Atlantis to life straight out of the comics. And if you've been living under a rock deep below the Kingdom of the Trench, trust me when I say this movie was a spectacle. That's the only word you can think of when describing it. Wa's take on Atlantis with its diverse sea life was nothing far from gorgeous. The CGI was out of this world because everything felt so seamless. Even the hair wasn't real. Yes, the flowy hair of the characters, who, for some reason, all decided to grow it out till their shoulders, was done using visual effects just to get that underwater feel to it. This, along with the action sequences and beautiful cinematography, is all that earned Aquaman over $1 billion at the box office.
You think if I just show up, Orm's gonna give up the throne? I'm the bastard son of the queen your people executed. Trust me, I am no king.
I agree.
That's awesome.
Literally everyone was surprised that a movie about the one Justice League member who's considered a joke made that much worldwide. This is why the sequel is so anticipated by the fans. They can't expect any less than its predecessor, since this is the last time they'll be seeing Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry. When James Gunn was crowned king of the DCEU, Momoa was demoted to the same level as King Orm at the end of the first movie. Early in Gunn's tenure, it was revealed that he has other plans for the Game of Thrones star, and that Jason won't be needing that scaly orange suit of his any longer. Now, James didn't give official details about what's next in store for the actor, but a lot of fans think that they're brewing up a live-action Lobo movie. And just because it wasn't on the official slate that the co-president announced back in January 2023 doesn't mean that it's not possible. Peter Safran, who's also a co-president of the franchise and a producer for the sequel, said that he'd love to work with Jason again, whether it's related to the League member or not.
There's just great stories. So, and then obviously the pictures, and I think both of my parents were painters, so I always enjoyed. It's always the composition of each frame, and it's just like a little miniature movie. So, yeah, I was definitely into it.
So this movie has got to stick well, and even Momoa believes that it'll make another $1 billion at the box office. This time, he even tried getting involved in the writing process and presented a 50-page story treatment for the film, which involved Aquaman facing a bigger threat than Orm and Black Manta combined: the melting ice caps. You can probably guess that this treatment was shelved because, for starters, you best believe that the story would not have been well received by the fans. And let's face it, it's corny. Good thing David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick is returning to write the screenplay, so let's just hope there's less forced humor with this one, and there aren't any characters with names as long as his.
Here I am, old man. After all these years, you finally got what you wanted.
Arthur, I wish it was under better circumstances.
I can't believe Orm attacked.
So if The Lost Kingdom isn't about global warming, then what's it about? Well, an official synopsis teases fans with a plot for the sequel, and it says that an ancient power has been unleashed. Now, Aquaman has to form an uneasy alliance with someone you'd least expect, which doesn't really sound suspenseful. We all know that it's going to be Orm, played by the one and only Patrick Wilson, so it's kind of obvious. Then again, I could be completely wrong. Arthur and his unlikely ally team up to save Atlantis and the world from irreversible damage, which is a pretty straightforward plot for the movie, huh? You can expect that this will be the first threat Arthur will face as the new Lord of Atlantis. And as far as comic book adaptations are concerned, Johnson McGoldrick told a fan on Twitter that they're not choosing a particular story from any graphic novel, but if anyone wants to know what vibe they're going for, they should scroll through the Silver Age run featuring Black Manta. Speaking of, can we take a moment to appreciate Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as the antagonist of the first movie? I mean, it's still baffling to see how Wan pulled off that amazing suit, and the Lost Kingdom will be giving him a whole new upgrade, as revealed by this set photo. Just look at it. I could stare at it all day.
Think I'm gonna need a bigger helmet.
Despite all of this, the director has something else planned for the sequel. James said that he's trying to lean toward a more modern plot, which could only mean that there's some sort of inspiration from Momoa's story treatment. Wan revealed that it will also be influenced by the cult classic Planet of the Vampires from the 1960s, which is about two astronauts who must flee a volcanic planet from other astronaut zombies. This gives the filmmaker a chance to show off his specialty, the horror genre. You probably know that he's the mind behind The Conjuring, The Nun, and a recent fan favorite, Malignant. We already got a glimpse of how the master at work can blend horror and superhero action together with that amazing scene where Arthur and Mera dive deep into the sea as the trench tails them in an epic race to the bottom. The fact that there was hardly any sound in the background made the theater feel like you could hear your own heartbeat. At CinemaCon 2023, the director shared a few details about what the story will be about, since it's still a mystery with such a short time left before its release. The Lost Kingdom is also a romance story at its heart between two brothers, who will obviously be working together to stop Black Manta from unleashing a powerful ancient evil, which is a part of his mission to avenge his father. Mera will obviously be playing an important role in this new trio, and wait, is Amber Heard still playing the red-headed queen? Well, setting all the controversy aside, it turns out she'll still be returning for the sequel. There was once a movement to have Heard fired from Aquaman due to how many people believed the Pirates of the Caribbean actor was wrongly accused following her highly publicized trial with her ex-husband Johnny Depp.
Down the road.
In fact, there was even an online petition to remove the actress from the franchise, which got over 4 million signatures. You might think that people still don't want her in the sequel, because from the looks of it, it seems like this is definitely going to hurt the brand's image. But the audience isn't the only one that's torn. Even the cast has been very divisive. Fans found it very controversial for Momoa to like one of Depp's Instagram posts during the trial, but he ended up implying his neutral stance in the situation to sort of keep fans at bay. The director, on the other hand, was adamant about keeping her and said that he was committed to the actress and wanted to see through the project with her. Aside from her, there are plenty of other faces that we'll get to see in The Lost Kingdom. This also includes Willem Dafoe as Vulko, Johnny Zhao as a new character called Stingray, India Moore, Vincent Regan, and Game of Thrones star Pilu Asbæk, all of whose roles haven't been revealed yet. They'll be joined by Ben Affleck, who'll be reprising the role of the Dark Knight, minus the cowl and batsuit. Bruce Wayne will be making an appearance, which was kind of a last-minute decision because of scheduling conflicts. Affleck's character will be bridging The Lost Kingdom and The Flash, which were supposed to be released after Aquaman 2. Fans have never been more pleased with this news. You may disagree with me on this one, but this guy killed it as Batman in a literal sense. You know, because Zack Snyder brought in a caped crusader who kills? Yeah, that was an entire debate on its own. Momoa made this announcement with an adorable Instagram post where he's holding onto Affleck's arm, where the Gone Girl actor looks exactly like Bruce Wayne. The resemblance is just too uncanny. Do we have a picture of Batman on set? No!
Well, this stranger doesn't come by ship. There are enemies coming from far away. I need warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
What about a trailer? Well, there's just a behind-the-scenes look at the movie for now, because there may not be much material to work on. But you best believe James Wan's Instagram has been feeding fans well with more BTS photos. He's given us concept art of different areas in the ocean, a new Aquaman suit, which includes a cool new black one, and a look at Patrick Wilson as Orm, who kind of looks like Tom Hanks from Castaway. Either way, I guess for now, we just need to wait a little bit more as Aquaman 2 splashes into theaters on the 20th of December 2023 at long last. So, from Arthur Curry getting a complete makeover to making sure that no one takes Aquaman as a joke anymore, this was everything you needed to know about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.